Now that I'm done venting to you about shit I can't say on the show.
Hey, Johnny Quest still hasn't returned my handsomeness yet. So
These things happen, man. How you doing tonight? Wait, I should open the show. It's Monkey in the Morning, blah, blah, blah. Monk, Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
Even on board with our opening. How you doing tonight, my friend?
Yeah, I'm all right. We need something flashy with explosions and fire.
Yeah, and a kitty cat with a machine gun.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's a given, isn't it?
But a kitten, not a full-grown cat.
Yeah, an adorable little kitten with a little army outfit, so he looks like a little kid playing army, but he's like running around shooting stuff.
Yeah, like the bald eagle one that they got where he's shooting guns.
Yeah. The meme with the cats preparing to fight back in Springfield.
Yes, indeed. Sup, y'all? Feeling better, Monk? Much better. The nerve pain has dissipated for the time being, and I'm just back to my normal pain. And I slept like a fucking log today, so
you'd like
yeah. Snubbers, before the show, thank you so much. Idiots lately have been going on about Trump's fake electors, proving he tried to coup the last election. Your thoughts? Oh, I think you summed it up in the first word there. Idiots.
Yeah, like I told you yesterday, a guy at the comic shop, a couple of them arguing about or talking about Trump stealing the election with Starling. People believe fucking anything.
Fake electors. That's not the right word, is it? It's there's a word for it when you vote the right. You're not supposed to. Oh no, those are different kind. Because these were supposedly fake electors because they were the ones that the alternative electors is what they called them. Again, this has to go to whether or not you believe Trump believed he lost the election. Faithless. Thank you, Camel. That's the one I was trying to think of. Faithless electors. Those are the ones who actually are supposed to be electors, and then they go in there and they're supposed to vote for Trump, but they throw a vote for Hillary. And then you have the fake electors, or the alternate electors, is what happened in 2020. If Trump honestly believed that there was cheating that went on, then there's nothing wrong and it's not a coup. I don't know what to say. He was defending the Constitution as the oath he took said he should.
Yeah, and he did seem to actually believe that. It didn't seem fake, so...
Jack, I have so much shit tonight. I did not realize how busy I'd been on Twitter today until I'm going through pulling up the stories I want to talk about.
Well, yeah, you were a busy fellow over there today.
And then I kept going, and I kept going, and I kept going. I tried to let y'all know that I needed an extra 5 minutes, but for some reason, I typed in there, I need about 5 minutes, guys, be right with you. And YouTube popped up and told me that was rejected for possible spam.
That's stupid.
Like, what? I don't know. We made a list again. Where do I even want to start tonight? I will tell you, I have so many tabs open. I don't even know what they all are.
Oh, that could be an issue.
I know they're all things I want to talk about. So let's start with FEMA, I guess. I do know I have that one first, and I am not, I guess shocked is the right word. I'm not shocked that this is happening the way it is, but it is really disappointing that not one member of the media has owned up to this bullshit.
The responsibility is anathema to them.
Oh my God, dude. So before the election, Trump points out that FEMA is denying service to Republicans or Trump supporters in the aftermath of Helene.
Yeah.
And all of the media came out. Donald Trump spreading false information about FEMA targeting Trump supporters.
Except it's not.
Yeah, because, and while this is Milton, not Helene, that this fat Alberta here is going to be talking about, it's absolutely what they were doing. Did FEMA think that the Trump supporters were going to shoot the volunteers? Not exactly. YouTube knew you don't know what 5 minutes is. Nuts, that is both spot on and mean. Anyway, one of the few news organizations that is talking about this is Fox News. Notice that they didn't invite this fat bitch onto MSNBC to talk about how FEMA wasn't helping people.
Why would they want to do that?
I know she appeared somewhere else and it might have been MSNBC, and then I'll have egg on my face. But point being, they're really not pushing this story, which, by the way, should be a huge story.
It absolutely should, but they ignore lawfare or spin it to their favor.
FEMA was purposefully staying away from houses that had Trump signs on them.
Instructing their people in writing to do that.
Yeah. And as Kat, what's her name, said on Gutfeld's show, it was just in there with a list of other pretty mundane stuff like make sure you drink water. That's how mundane it was to them to be like, hey, don't go to Trump houses.
Well, I imagine they've done stuff like this before. It just never got leaked out.
Yeah, exactly. That is the point of why of pointing out how mundane it was, because this wasn't like a special alert. Hey guys, we've had some serious issues around Trump houses these days. Don't go to those. And it should be noted before we watch this, their list of things didn't say don't go to houses with dogs. This is how she tries to justify it. She has been fired because it came out, and so somebody had to be fired over it.
Yeah, they got to look busy.
The highlight here is the Trump campaign signage, but if someone is in another, like an urban community, and it's a different culture and someone feels uncomfortable, we can't go to that home.
Did you make memos about it, specifically saying, hey, Johnny got scared at this house, so don't go to any house that looks like it? Because she's trying to write this up like, sometimes there's some bad shit, and we're like, you don't go to that house, an individual house where an incident occurred. This was because they had signs or flags up, Jack.
Oh yeah, yeah. But they have to justify their boogeyman, and that is Trump, unfortunately.
Dangerous says, urban, is that code for black? It depends on who you ask.
You have loose dogs and someone on the team is comfortable with dogs and another person is not, we can't go to that home because of safety precautions.
So you feared
Wait. If one person's okay with the dog, you can't go there because the other person is? Weird. That wasn't in your memo either.
Well, rabid animals are very similar to Trump supporters.
Well,
both hate illegal immigrants.
Trump houses, the people on FEMA were fearing the Trump houses like they were fearing people with vicious dogs in their backyard.
Exactly.
Christ. I hadn't seen this clip, and I'm really sad that
It was like you had, because you teed up that moment perfectly.
Oh man, that's enraging.
Michael, thank you. The fact that FEMA fired her over this means her explanation is completely post hoc, ergo propter hoc. I have no doubt that what she's saying is mostly true. I have no doubt that she does believe that Trump supporters are just like houses with vicious dogs in the backyard. Exactly is her word, Jack.
Yeah. I don't doubt that at all, because these people are diehard true believers.
Yeah.
They think they're not only doing the right thing, but that they are righteous people, and they would never do anything against somebody. They're the good ones. And in fact, they're like, don't go to that house full of Bolsheviks.
This is people waiting for relief from the government that they paid for, Jack. And they're like, sorry, you got that up there. We might get bit if we go there.
You might give us the Trump. It's like rabies, but you gave us the MAGAs.
The Trumpies. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. And she says this with no shame. Listen to how quickly and effortlessly that exactly comes.
The people on FEMA were fearing the Trump houses like they were fearing people with vicious dogs in their backyard.
Exactly. And just
yes, you get me. Trump supporters are like vicious dogs.
They're rabid animals that need to be put down.
Fuck.
How frightening of a mentality is this for normal people? I mean, we're kind of used to it, but if you just heard yourself being compared to a vicious animal, your first thought is, what do you do with vicious animals? You put them down because they're a danger to the population.
Exactly, Nuts. Nuts says like it was completely normal. Yeah. It was, yes. So see, you understand. You know how those fucking Trumpies are.
We just have to filter them out.
Yeah. When they don't need the $720.
And that's based on the trends. You can ask FEMA for incident reports. They have those because they ask us to report out if there's an incident at home. And
what kind of incident? Somebody completely stressed out because their house is half underwater and they're starving?
And your people did what? Oh, I see you're a Trump supporter. Do you really want our help?
Let's be honest. When we're talking about Trump supporters versus the left, who have we seen be kind and caring regardless of who they're dealing with?
Yeah.
Especially in tragedy.
Well, it's not normally the commies, that's for fucking sure.
Unfortunately, again, the passionate supporters for Trump, some of them were a little bit violent.
But all of them were painted with the same broad brush. All of them as being, we're not going to go near these because we think they're all bad people.
No, because
it's literally in your memo.
Yeah.
All of them. No.
Some were registered. Some did receive case inquiries and updates.
Yeah.
Some of them came outside and said, "Hi, I appreciate what you're doing. I would like to participate."
I'm sorry. Why is she making this sound like they're going on a march against, something? I want to participate.
I don't know. She's trying to justify it, and it's not working.
Yeah, foreign native, I'm right there with you. They want to participate. I really want to be part of this cleanup of all the shit that happened to my house. I wasn't gonna do it, but since you're here, I think I'll join in.
Yeah, I would like to participate and bend the knee and admit that I'm a bad person and I need to be cleansed of my sins, my Trumpian sins.
And then some were very vocal and firm that they didn't want anything to do with FEMA, and they thought that we were crooks.
But what he's getting at is how you treated them and painted everybody. Let's say her story there. One, she said that they had been violent, and her example of violence is they called them crooks.
Well, it's violent speech. We need to be afraid of violent speech, Monkey. Remember?
Yeah. Whatever. This woman was paid with our tax dollars.
Oh yeah. And she probably has a lot of people that worked with her that completely agree with her.
And what he was pointing out with that's Trey Gowdy, right?
I'm
pretty sure that's who it is. What he's pointing out is that because of what you just said, because you said it's that memo went out because of these incidences, that you did paint everybody with that broad brush. And you're like, no, because some of them were nice. But okay, yeah, but it's after you decided not to anymore. It's not Trey Gowdy. He really looks like him. Now I feel bad to both of them. And yeah, you are right. That is one hell of a unibrow she got going on there.
Real quick. Thank you, Evolved Potato. Is anyone else bothered that they are uncomfortable as a metric? Not that they feel in danger, but that they just don't feel comfortable. What if one of them feel uncomfortable with children or some other shit? Do they just not help those people? Well, apparently, because your comfort is more important than helping. That's the culture you're breeding when you worry more about feelings than you do about getting the task done. I don't feel comfortable around these people because they're of a certain Caucasian persuasion. So we're just going to skip this one.
When it comes to let's take her dog example, right? You got two FEMA people, and one of them is like, I can't go up. There's a dog there. I understand that there are people who have a deep fear of dogs. Why that would mean the other person can't, I don't know. That is absolutely asinine. Sorry, you got a dog, and Jimmy over there is afraid of dogs. We got 100 other people here who could come talk to you, but you got a dog.
And you're a Trump supporter. No, the comparison of Trump supporters to dogs reminds me of a certain Klan talking point that used to go on.
I don't know what you mean.
I know, it's crazy. It's almost like they're dehumanizing people. It's weird how that happens.
Thank you, FL. This woman is a bureaucrat, desperately trying to cover her ass on her way out of a lawsuit. I don't know that she can be held personally responsible, though.
I suspect this is a culture within the department, and she is just the scapegoat that they're using because she's one of the true believers. That's it.
We might as well finish it. We're close.
Lastly, we've got to go. We're running out of time here. Did this also happen in other places? This was Florida, but did it happen in North Carolina? Did it happen in other places?
Georgia as well.
Yeah, never mind. I recognize that guy. That's not Trey.
Yeah. Nuts, thank you for becoming a member for month number 17.
Yay.
You're so sweet to me. All right, I had forgotten about this part, Jack. Just in case I interrupted his question right in the middle, he's asking if this happened anywhere other than it was in North Carolina or whatever it was where we know it happened. And her answer should have made this news everywhere for a second time. Keldrick, thank you. It's amazing how little empathy and compassion the party of empathy and compassion has. Well, not for Trumpies. All right.
Places. This was Florida, but did it happen in North Carolina? Did it happen in other places?
Georgia as well. Just ask the crew leads and the specialists. They will discuss their avoidance and their de-escalation methods in the field. Okay. And I think Ms. Criswell would be happy to know what's going on. Now, the highlight here.
If they would be so happy and everybody knows what's going on, why'd you get fired?
Cover up. That's the only reason.
Can y'all say scapegoat?
Yeah, they're trying to distance themselves because they know they fucked up.
Is this policy or personal? It's policy. But it's open to their discretion. So last night, Jack, we watched oh shit, I just had his name. Don't help me. Hegseth, right?
Ah, yay.
Yay. We watched Pete Smith last night, where he said that, I don't think women should be in frontline combat. And a whole bunch of whining, whinging shitbags were like, I can't believe he said the totally sane thing out loud. Well, to jump on that, we have Tammy Duckworth and Caitlin Collins.
Of course we do.
Because I apparently hate our audience. Sorry, guys.
Real quick. Thank you, Pumpkin Trucker. Oh, come on, Jack. These are people that refused to drive down a road that they ordered to be closed because they were scared. A cardboard sign? Think of the paper cuts. That is a good point. I had not considered the ramifications of the paper cuts. So there is that as well.
That could get infected, man.
That's true. That's true. Somebody could get very upset. Thank you, Pumpkin Trucker.
Nope. Thank you. That looks absolutely nothing like Trey Gowdy. I disagree.
No, anyway, he looks nothing like Trey Gowdy.
He looks enough like Trey Gowdy that when I wasn't paying attention to him, I thought it was Trey Gowdy.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, in that circumstance.
So there you go. Anyhow.
There are millions of women who have served in the U.S. military.
Sorry, this is, again, with all of these, they're up as loud as they can go. I apologize. I feel like this one actually works out. I'm okay with this one because both of their voices make me want to nut punch myself.
Oh, yeah.
But here we go.
There are millions of women who have served in the U.S. military, as you know, as someone who has not only served, but you're also someone whose helicopter was hit by an RPG, you lost your legs and partial use of your right arm because of it. what did go through your mind as a woman who has served when you heard him saying that women should not be in combat roles?
Thank you, Darth Mondo. She would not have lost her legs in the kitchen. You're getting ahead of the story. You don't know that. There could have been a tragic bunt cake incident. We don't know.
Bunt cake.
All right. So the question is, as somebody who got shot down, it's really easy to be like, maybe she wouldn't have got shot down if she was a man. But we can't say that. Men get shot down too, Jack.
That's true.
Well, he's shown that his absolute lack of experience and his lack of suitability for the job. Because
you mean the guy who led men in war? Huh. Hey, tell me, Tammy, how many people were under your command? Just asking for a friend. I was one of the people who was told what to do, and he was one of the people telling people what to do. So he clearly doesn't know what it's like. He has no experience in how things work because I was in the military. Okay.
Don't know what you got till it's gone. I got that song stuck in my head earlier.
Don't know what you got till it's gone. Oh, fuck. Cinderella, man.
As anybody that truly knows the military knows that we cannot go to war without over 225,000 women who are serving on active duty right now. Our military cannot go to war without our female service members.
He didn't say shit about going to war without women. In fact, he specifically said there's roles for women, just not frontline combat.
Somebody's got to do the dishes.
I do not understand because I'll let her say it.
This is not the Revolutionary War where there's some sort of a line in the sand and combat is on one side and the rest of us can stay behind the line, and that's not combat. I would ask him, where do you think I lost my legs? In a bar fight?
And she thinks that's funny. I need this explained to me. What does you losing your legs have to do with whether or not, hang on, sorry, thing coming through. What does you losing your legs have to do with whether or not women should be in combat?
I'm gonna go with nothing, monkey.
If Tammy hadn't have lost her legs, would it be okay for him to say women shouldn't be there?
No, because it'd still make her mad, and that's all they care about.
What if a unit of 50 women go out and all of them get slaughtered? Do we go, hey, they belong in combat because they died there? It is such a dumbass explanation of why she disagrees. Just say that you're an idiot, okay?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at her. She don't look very smart. Oh, thank you, Frosted Glass. FEMA lady brings to mind a comment I once heard. Quote, when I was an attorney, I didn't ask, are you a Democrat or Republican? All I asked was, are you okay? And whether she loses her legs in the kitchen depends on how long I have to wait for my damn dinner.
Random child, thank you. Daddy, come quick. Mommy's souffle fell. And so did mommy. Well played, fellas. It's just a nonsensical argument to make.
Yeah.
I lost my legs there. I ask him how I lost my legs. Because you were a woman in a combat role?
Yeah, women have a lower pain tolerance for most things other than like childbirth.
And I love that she goes to the Revolutionary War. That isn't the Revolutionary. If anything, it would have made more sense for women to be in those lines because they weren't hucking rucksacks through fucking jungles and shit. Everybody, it was a more civilized time. Okay, is everybody lined up? Okay, we can start shooting now.
Yeah, guerrilla warfare is actually a tactic we used, and because we learned it from the Indians. And there were some women soldiers, so I mean they're outliers because they had to pretend to be boys. But yeah, this is fucking dumb. You have to go you have to go back 200 and almost 50 years. Go fuck yourself, stupid.
And it doesn't make any sense.
But what do you expect from these clowns? They don't make sense 90% of the time.
Anyway. There it is, guys. We should have women in combat so they can lose their legs. That's what I took from this.
Yeah, I mean, she seems kind of like that was a point of pride or something. As horrifying as that thought is.
This is a brief one, Jack. I said I had a lot of stuff, but many of these will be short. Like this one, where I'm pretty sure Anna Kasparian's just trying to get herself fired.
She's got to get out of that contract. Otherwise, she's got to touch chicks' no-nos all the time.
Exit polling from major cities, Jack, has shown that Trump did very well in those places, specifically with minorities, Asians and Hispanics, who were worried about immigration, crime, and inflation.
What?
Shocking. And Anna said, I warned about this 2 years ago. Turns out gaslighting people and telling them to calm down because crime isn't as bad in the 90s doesn't work. If your policies make lives worse, the backlash will come. I think she's trying to get fired and pull unemployment from TYT.
That's a possibility.
It's literally the best I got because Shank ain't gonna put up with this shit.
Probably not.
She gonna keep fucking around and saying things that are not allowed to be said, and yeah, it'll be like, Anna has agreed to leave our platform.
We've had a parting of the ways.
Thank you, Pumpkin Trucker. Every one of these birds wanting to have women on the front lines are gonna start driving this Kenmore stoves the moment stoves the moment someone mentions the draft. Well, remember, it's supposed to be their choice because women get all the choices, no responsibilities.
Yeah, responsibilities are for men.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keldrick. This woman's teeth look like they don't fit in her mouth, like it's some creature climbed inside of her mouth and is using her as a flesh suit. I was thinking the same thing because her teeth look like Chet in Weird Science when he was the toad monster thing.
Yeah.
And thank you for the very generous donation, T. T tipped and said, I worked with Captain Hegseth in the New York 69th Infantry in the Fighting Irish. Solid officer who cared about his men he was responsible for, and I would follow him into combat again tomorrow. Split with your sidekick as you see fit, Galactus Jack. Oh, thank you. I will do that. Everybody that served with the Hegseth has said what an honorable, good man he is. He's got 2 bronze stars. And he seems like a really good leader type.
If people disagree with the notion we shouldn't have women in combat, fine, but make a good argument. Point to the IDF. They have women in there, Jack.
Yeah.
Give me examples of how you think it's going to work really well. I still say the downsides outweigh it, but I lost my legs is not a good reason to have women in combat.
No, just because you got hurt doesn't mean anything. Look, there are good people that have different ideas than you.
Sure.
That doesn't make them bad at the job. Just because he doesn't think that women should be put in grave peril doesn't make him a bad man.
Yeah.
He doesn't make him a bad leader. Like you just said. The man is a charismatic leader. I don't know why I cut your handle off, Gray. I figured it was you. Thanks, dude. But yeah, Assassin said it very well. He's a solid officer who was a man who was responsible, and you'd follow him into combat again because that's what you need. And if he thinks that women are a liability in his group, then you should take that seriously because the man knows his stuff.
Super Mutant says if you watch the video, Pete comes from it based on biological science. And yeah, we've talked about that. I've mentioned this video so many times. This goes back over a decade. It was some news site or some news channel. I don't remember which one. I want to say it was CNN. And they ran a story about how women and men do things differently in the Army. And they actually used this excuse or this example. They said, while a man might need to move a box of ammo, and not a crate, but the little metal crates of it.
Yeah.
And they said, well, a man will just pick it up and move it, but women, they use teamwork, and 2 of them will carry it.
So they want to waste an extra person moving the same thing because one of them can't lift it on her own.
Yeah, what happens when one of them gets shot?
Yeah, then you're fucked because now you've got two people in the line of fire.
And the ammo not where it needs to go.
Yeah, so some guy is going to have to risk his balls to go out and get it. While the girl's like, I got shot, I'm scared. Let's face it, guys. The majority of men are way more tolerant to an emergency situation than women are. Yes, some of you women are going to be fine and clear-headed in an emergency. That's an outlier. Most women do not handle dangerous situations very well. I'm sorry. I've seen a lot of it. It just doesn't pan out. Not without a lot of training.
And again, even then, it is the physical part of it that bothers me, especially when you're talking about frontline combat. Even if they had the mental acuity to do it, I didn't mean to call y'all stupid. If they had the mental strength to do it, to put up with there's bodies dying all around you and bullets whizzing by your head, you can't physically do it is not a reason for me to want you to do it.
No, that an 18-year-old burly dude who's like in his prime physical condition due to basic is going to be able to drag my fat lazy ass off the field of battle. Some 90-pound chick is not. She's not going to be able to drag that dude I just mentioned off the field either.
How about we start the movement to get 80-year-old men put in the frontline combat position?
They'd probably still do better than a lot of the women, let's be honest.
Dangerous, thank you. You think women shouldn't be in combat? Well, I went into combat and got my legs blown off. So checkmate, you sexist. So Tammy's fighting to get more women blown up. The fuck is she talking about? Yeah.
That's what I heard too.
It is one of the dumbest arguments I've ever seen made. Based Anna Kasparian, thank you so much. I challenged Senator Duckworth to a bar fight so I can break the other half of her legs for equality. Wow. Anna, you are based.
Oh my God. Thank you, Andrew Tate. I'm all in favor of women getting their legs blown off. Zero work and taking yourself in between something that isn't there.
Pyrus, thank you. Question. How do you think women do as fighter pilots, Monk? I don't have as big an issue with them being a fighter pilot, although I still have objections to it for the safety of women in general, because I'm a man who believes that it's men's job to do that kind of stuff. My biggest objection is when they force it through like they tried to do with the F-14. The F-14, a notoriously hard plane to fly to begin with, landing it on the deck of an aircraft carrier, even harder. And they decided, no, we have to have women pilots. And they ended up killing someone.
Yeah, people die because of these bizarre standards they want to introduce all over the place.
The woman that they decided to go with, they actually went with like 4 of them, or 2 or 4 of them. I forget exactly how many. Everything in her jacket said no. But they're like, she's kind of cute. We could use her in recruiting ads like Captain America. And then the bitch flew right off the deck and died.
Yep. They got her killed because of that.
If they're going to do it like everything else, it needs to be the exact same standard.
Hey, good luck with that.
Thank you, ZZ Top. She's got stumps. She knows how to use them. Thank you so much.
Have you ever been on a weird amputee fetish site?
No.
I recommend doing it just once to see what the noise is all about, as the kids would say. There's good. Fucked up shit, man. People rubbing their wieners on stumps and
no, I couldn't do it. You ever go to shake somebody's hand and find out they don't have a whole one when yours meets theirs?
Yep. I had an uncle who lost 3 fingers in World War II.
There was some dude who came by to sell insurance. This was years and years ago. Big old black guy. And he reaches out his hand, and I didn't even look. I just reached out mine to shake it. And as soon as I made contact, I realized he didn't have a hand. He had basically just his middle and pinky finger. And if you cut off the hand going up to the wrist from there, That's all he had.
Wow.
You have to warn people of that shit.
No, I think it's funnier if it's a surprise. I knew a chick that dated a dude with one hand, and he had one of those like mannequin hands. It gave me fucking nightmares, dude. That thing was creepy because he would reach out with it to make you shake it because it was his right hand, and it felt like a mannequin hand. It had that like painted wood feel, and it was like this kind of pinkish color that didn't match flesh at all. Because they make paint that's flesh colored. We used to use it for miniatures, like goblin green, and they had human flesh and elf flesh. But he didn't use any of that shit. No, it was this like off pink color that felt like a 1970s department store mannequin. It was the creepiest fucking feeling. I'm gonna have nightmares about it again tonight. It freaked me out so much. And she was so hot. I don't know why she dated that dude.
Della Hay said, "Let me use my strong hand." I just watched that movie the other day. There was one more
man
I wanted to address in chat. Where'd it go? I lost it.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Got sidetracked with amputee porn.
Oh, that's what it was. Actually, somebody, it was Backscan, I think, said that I was the one that introduced people to nugget porn. That doesn't mean I went and looked at it. Believe it or not, a lot of the times when I say I'm doing research, we're trying to make the joke, I really am. I just go look up what it is. I did not like go to a nugget website.
You were doing research wrong. You got to get in there and really look at that shit.
Nope. I just wanted to know what the fuck it was. And I looked and I'm like, yeah, nope.
I dated a woman that was a technical midget. She was more of a proportionate. I don't remember the term for it. They have a specific word for it that she would insist on using. But she was normal proportion. She didn't have the big head with the forehead or anything. Man, you ever want to feel like you're packing a missile? Date a really tiny chick that's like 4'8".
Yeah, I'm gonna get away from this because I like that we've grown our audience lately. And yeah, little much porn talk lately, folks.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Bad. It's almost preferable to what we are going to talk about. Thank you, Frosted. Not gonna lie, Jack, I was kind of expecting that exchange to go. You ever get one of those amputee fetish sites? No. Yeah, me neither.
No, I admit to doing research.
No, I would tell y'all if I'm not ashamed of being me, but yeah, it's not something. Again, going back to shaking the guy's hand, it doesn't mean you're a bad person or anything. One of my friends has a daughter who was born without all of her limbs, and I love her. She's a sweetie, but it creeps me out.
Yeah, well, it's like people that have the really tiny little like malformed hands. Like they look like they stopped at being a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that creeps me out.
Let me use my strong hand.
Yeah.
All right. On our screen is Rachel Zegler. We have to talk about her because we have an update.
Can we talk about midgets some more?
Nope. So yesterday we read her post-election thing where she, fuck all y'all, I hope you have a bad life forever. I'm paraphrasing. Well, apparently somebody at Disney read that, Jack, because she issued an apology-ish. Have you seen this yet?
I saw it on your timeline, but I didn't read it because I hate this woman.
Thank you, Frosted Glass. Irish amputees are called McNuggets. Fair.
They're owned by McDonald's.
For the record, Nugget is not just an amputee. It's a quadruple amputee. Rachel Zegler says, hi, everyone. I would like to sincerely apologize for the election post I shared on my Instagram last week. Then why did it take it blowing up in the media for you to do it?
Because the PR team didn't notice it until then.
I let my emotions get the best of me. This is my favorite part of the whole thing. Listen to this fucking it's a sentence slash paragraph. Hatred and anger have caused us to move further and further away from peace and understanding, and I am sorry I contributed to the negative discourse.
What does she mean, us? I didn't move it toward any anger or anything.
Yeah, you got a mouse in your pocket there, white man? This weekend has been emotional for so many of us, but I firmly believe that everyone has the right to their opinion, even when it differs from my own. Yeah, we'll see when those reviews come out.
Yeah. She's already made it very clear she doesn't respect other people's opinions.
Not at all. I am committed to contributing positively towards a better tomorrow. Aww.
No, she's not. Otherwise, she would be instigating constantly with people she disagrees with and calling them names and then making quirky, cutesy faces.
She's committed to not getting sued by Disney for tanking their Snot White show.
Right?
That's how I'm referring to it now. Snot White. S''NOT White.
Dude, seriously, they should just shelve this fucking movie and move on with their lives. They've wasted so much money on this bitch. All the times that she has said stupid stuff to get media attention because she's some sort of narcissist weirdo.
If I actually thought it was for media attention, I would actually give her a little more credit. I think she's just this kind of a horrible bitch.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But she thinks everybody agrees with her because she's a special little snowflake.
Okay. In that case, I get what you mean. Yeah. The attention that she gets isn't what she means. It's not like she's trolling us. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's not like she's outrage farming. She actually thinks she's on the right side. And you're right. Understatement. Thank you. I'm only sorry my bitchiness caused bad vibes. She's only sorry because the Disney lawyers saw what she posted and they were like, this fucking bitch.
I wonder if she's got in her contract that she gets some money on the back end of profits. And they're like, look, if you tank this movie, you're not getting all the money.
Well, rumor has it that because of all of this, she can't get a job.
It wouldn't surprise me. She keeps saying retarded stuff.
Yeah.
Very divisive, ridiculous stuff that even makes some lefties really annoyed.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to just give some fan service. Just go, oh, I love all the fans, even those who disagree with me, and leave it at that.
Yeah, like, oh, the person that I chose didn't win. Hopefully we can all get together and enjoy this great Snow White movie together.
Or even, I know some of you are upset, but this movie's coming out and I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. Nope. She's got to be like, Trumpies are evil. I poop on their faces. Stupid Nazis. Ugh.
I hope you never get a moment peace. The anger and hatred pushed all of us to that. Nah, bitch, that was just you.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nazis, Jack. All right, I'm showing this whole post because I have to explain some things to people.
I could not see his screen, you guys. Why my God, seriously?
Why'd you say you couldn't see my screen?
Because I said Nazis 10 seconds ago, and then you speaking of Nazis.
Yeah. Okay, I want to share this post, and before any of you say anything, shut up and listen. Trump's Secretary of Defense, are we supposed to pretend this isn't a swastika? And for the record, this is a troll account, Jack. And yes, I know that. I know who Claire is and have been aware of them for a long, long time. I responded to this, Jack, and I said, I'm going to have to stop calling these people retarded because I don't call actually retarded people retarded.
That's fair.
Yeah. And a lot of people thought that I was talking about Claire, and I understand that it's my mistake there and how I presented it.
Yeah, I can see where the mistake happened.
But we did just talk about this the other day because this isn't just a troll. There are people out there who think this. That is a Jerusalem cross on his chest.
Yes.
That it is not a swastika or any symbology of Nazism at all.
Not even close. This symbol is since the Crusades. It's not a new symbol. What you said?
Is that me or you?
I don't know.
Did Jack disappear or am I gone?
I can hear you. It's fine. Swing low.
There you are.
I've been here the whole time.
It says neither. So we could both talk, but I couldn't hear you.
I could hear you just fine. See, we're
Weird.
both audible.
Huh. All right. Whatever.
People are saying that was you. I bet it blipped and then it only affected the broadcast and your ability to hear, because I could hear you fine.
Brand says, "Oh, hey, Monk, that's a troll account. I'll see myself." Go away, Brand.
Good one, Brand. No, I actually have a video clip that I sent you earlier. Did you see it?
I actually have it queued up for the very next thing. I was going to explain that I saw that post right after, like 4 people sent me this, and I appreciate it.
I figured a couple people would.
Yeah, and thank you all who send. By the way, you guys send us videos all the time, even if it's somebody else has done it. If you think somebody sent us a video, send it anyway, because they probably didn't.
Yeah, it's when you don't think that anybody sent it, then 5-6 people sent it. But if you don't, if you're like nobody, everybody must have sent this one, then nobody sends it.
Yeah, there are times when it's like, yeah, I know everybody's going to send me this story, and then there's other times where it's like, I did not expect so many people to.
Yeah,
but yeah, never be like, oh, he probably already got this. I appreciate all the heads up, guys. But I just watched this, and then I saw Claire's post, and that's why I really should have been more clear. Be like, wow, this is a joke. The people who actually think this, I got to stop calling retarded. So let's share with the audience what we're talking about here.
Add the Secretary of Defense nominee, Peter Hegseth, the Fox News commentator as well, because this is someone who weekend host. Important distinction.
When you're on MSNBC, you don't really need to make the distinction between weekend host and regular host, because they're still getting more views than Chris fucking Hayes.
I'm pretty sure sometimes we get more views than Chris Hayes does.
I guarantee you we get more.
This is someone who, is known to be a white supremacist, known to.
Sorry, excuse me, what?
He is someone known to be a white supremacist. Don't worry, she has a reason.
Be an extremist whose platform, whose book is basically about his opposition to the advancement of Black officers to the top brass.
That is absolutely not what his book is about. His book is about DEI being used to push people into positions that they are not qualified for based on their race or sex.
Yep.
But his book is basically, I hate the Negroes. No, it's not. You're just lying. You're just lying. But that's acceptable on MSNBC. No pushback there.
Well, it's assumed to be true because everybody they don't like is a white supremacist.
No. It's not assumed to be true. It's known to be true, Jack. She told us.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Because he wrote a book that said putting people into positions they're not ready for is a bad fucking idea, especially when lives are on the line.
What a racist.
Oh, God. You know what? I'm going to leave it in this order because we could use some levity. You know I'm a boxing fan, Jack.
Indeed.
Tomorrow night's the night. Tomorrow night is the night. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul is finally happening.
Jake Paul's going to fight an old man.
Yeah, there's no win in this for Jake Paul other than getting to attach his name to Mike Tyson.
He's going to beat up an old man? Yeah.
No, he's not going to beat up an old man. He's going to get his ass knocked out.
I fucking hope he gets knocked out because it'd be fucking hilarious.
But anyway, I don't know what media outlet did this, but they sent this little girl who's what, 10, maybe 11, to go interview Mike Tyson. And you're about to watch the most brutal knockout Mike has ever given.
Well, in your return to the ring.
Shit, is that way too loud for you?
That is stupid loud. Yeah.
All right. Remind me on the next one to check the volume.
For this fight, you are setting a...
Is that better?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, good.
monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. What type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
All right. I just want to warn you, this is a little brutal. And yes, guys, I saw Jake Paul. I forget who sent that one to me, but yeah, Jake Paul got the shit slapped out of him by Tyson and then tried to pretend it didn't hurt.
Yeah, that looked like it hurt.
Fuck, my neck hurt after that one.
Right.
All right. So what kind of legacy do you want to leave, Iron Mike?
Man, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over.
That's brutal enough.
I'm gonna die. We're all gonna die, Mike. That's a weird thing to say to a little kid, though.
Oh, no, it gets worse. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't. I just
Oh,
heard
fuck.
about it.
The next half of this is I died. I laughed so goddamn hard.
Who cares about legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing.
Fuck.
Our legacy is nothing.
There's no afterlife. Everything is a lie.
You're talking to a child, Mike, but he's not done.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before. Someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when you're dead? You think somebody really wants to think about you? I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the fuck cares about me when I'm gone?
Wow.
He said that to a child.
Dude. Boundaries, man. Boundaries.
If this was on like Saturday Night Live or a funny show, it would be an awesome skit. That it's real, just fuck. You're dead. You want somebody to care about? Nobody cares about you when you die.
Nobody thinks about you. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Oh shit. Is he being serious or fucking around? I don't know. He seems pretty serious, but either way, that shit is funny as fuck, man.
Yeah, wow. Oh,
motivational speaking is his forte. Yeah.
Jesus.
He's straight up with Iron Mike, indeed.
Right? Like, I have a feeling that he kind of rambles like that normally.
I just want to watch the end of it again. I watched this like 5 times earlier, Jack.
I have not heard before someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when you're dead? You think somebody really wants to think about you? I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the fuck cares about me when I'm gone?
That is fucking brutal, man. Oh, fuck. Reality sucks with Mike Tyson, y'all.
Yeah, nobody loves you. No one's gonna think about your dead ass. Jeez.
God damn. I would like to thank Mike for the laugh, though, because seriously, I've been laughing at this all day, ever since I first saw it.
Wow. Thank you, Evolved Potato. Some Aussie news. Our government's trying to copy China to complete control of all information Aussies see and say. Of course, it won't affect the government or the MSM, and how they'll basically be IDing everyone and what they do on the internet. Yeah, it sounds right. Your government's going super authoritarian, man.
Don't worry about it. Eventually, you'll be dead and no one will care about you.
No one will remember you. You'll be erased from existence.
Keldrick, thank you. Mike Tyson is killing people inside and outside the ring and inside their own body. Jesus Christ, he doesn't even have to fight Jake Paul. He just needs to smack talk that loser and he'll go down.
Right?
I don't think he said anything like overly horrible. It's just not something you generally say to kids.
Right?
And we've seen much worse said to kids, which is perfectly acceptable in this world. So
just the harshness with which he said it was
there's so much anger.
Yeah.
You're dead. Oh God.
He's put a lot of thought into that.
He really has. And look, Mike is like rich and famous and stuff, but Mike has been through some shit in his life. In all seriousness.
Well, he's done some time for no touching and
did not have a good life growing up. He meets Customato, gets into boxing and everything, and he's just a whole bunch of fucking predators latch onto him.
Yeah.
I can understand why he feels that way, but Mike, check IDs before you start having that conversation. Fuck.
Yeah, the appropriateness level is pretty important there, dude.
I kind of want to see a Sesame Street episode based on this. You know,
my God, that'd be terrifying for the kids.
They've given Muppets like AIDS and shit, right? Why not? You're gonna die, puppet. You're gonna die and nobody cares.
The Eeyore of puppets.
Understatement. Thank you. This fight is so weird that Pennsylvania won't let you bet. Really?
Not surprised, honestly.
I wouldn't put money on this one anyway. Look, if Tyson is able to stand, the last Holyfield fight was just sad.
Yeah.
He still looked like he was in decent shape, but I mean, he literally fell out of the ring from his own swing.
Wow.
Yeah. So if Mike can fight, Jake Paul is in trouble because he can still throw a punch. And if he can't, we're going to watch an old man get beat up. There's no win there.
No, you beat up a geriatric person. Good job, dum-dum.
And how do you even odds that? How do you set the odds on something like that? I mean, I never bet unless the odds are in my favor because I'm not stupid or addicted. So you couldn't, if it was your money and you're like, here, use my money to bet, I'd be like, cool, as long as I'm not losing any. And then afterward, you'd be like, who'd I bet for? And I'd be like, I'll tell you after the fight. Wink, wink. Oh, I put your money on the loser. Sorry.
Oopsie.
Told you I always bet the odds. Anyway, let's move along. Yeah, that one's not interesting enough for me. Where's the other one about kids? Not that one. I know I have it. Here it is. Okay. Do we really need to watch the video on this one? I don't know. We'll put it on the screen just in case. Let me turn it up before I forget. My memory's working a little better these days, Jack.
Oh, good. Good job, buddy.
I like when people talk to me like I'm retarded. On our screen is some cute chick from 8KGW in somewhere that I don't care about. But she's reporting on a story about a school board that pissed everyone off in their community, Jack.
Oh.
Have you not seen this?
No.
Oh. How can I put this? To get you in the right mindset, this isn't Loudoun County, but me saying Loudoun County should get you there.
Fair enough.
More than 20 years of reporting, I've never seen a community rise up against a school board with more anger, outrage, and contempt. They're calling for everyone on the St. Helens School Board to resign.
You want to take a guess what happened?
They said you're a bunch of bigots if you don't accept dudes in your girls' bathrooms.
No. You're not even close to how bad this was.
Oh.
One of the teachers in question is accused of sexually abusing students for several years, and they want to know why he was allowed to teach at school for the first 2 months of the school year while he was under investigation.
Oh, love is love, right?
They let this man continue teaching after he was under investigation for molesting students.
Yeah, because they don't want to look like bigots. I mean, you're not a bigot, are you? Love is love, man.
Bubba says the fuck. Yeah. You want to know the best part? It was actually 2 teachers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And for this community, it's just the latest case involving teachers or coaches accused of preying on their children.
No outburst. We're giving you time to speak. Let us speak.
In St. Helens.
No, you're not allowed to speak. You're a bigot.
You left a predator in their child's school and you have the nerve to start like that?
Yep. Well, they think they're righteous.
You left predators.
He's not a predator. Love is love, monkey. Age is just a number to these people, remember?
We're probably going to get hit by whatever station this is, but we got to keep watching. This is fucking unbelievable.
Of course.
Helens, the school board meeting was contentious from the start.
Respect our kids in school.
One more burst, you'll be asked to be removed.
I'm sorry, but you can remove a parent, but you can't remove a teacher?
A predator? An accused predator, I should say.
Amen, lady. Get him. Get that fat.
This is how riots start. They're lucky these people didn't turn against them and tear them limb from limb. There's not enough cops in this town to stop a crowd that size.
Anger and frustration from every parent here after police arrested 2 teachers on Tuesday accused of sexually abusing students.
And the school board knew that investigation was going on and let them continue teaching.
Yep. Well, the teachers union will fight for them and they'll end up owing them back pay.
Look, I believe in due process and everything, Jack, but at the very least, you could have put them on paid leave.
New York actually has a specific building where people that are either under investigation or suspended with pay have to go sit all day. Yeah. They don't teach. They just sit in this building all day and do whatever the fuck they want for 8 hours.
Bubba says this is the beginning of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm so angry about this. Furious.
Community members demanded action from the school board after they say they stood by for years as teachers in question abused kids and accusations were ignored. They noted one of the accused, a 46-year-old choir teacher named Eric Stearns. Police arrested him Tuesday after a 2-month investigation. In court Wednesday, Stearns pleaded not guilty to charges that he sexually abused 6 different students between 2015 and January of this year.
Wow.
So the charges go back to last school year, Jack.
Yeah.
This isn't some shit like it was 10 years ago and one kid came forward and said, choir teacher touched me. I hate these people. If you guys want to watch the rest of that report, I'll throw it into chat for you, but there's not much else to learn from it other than, well, hang on. Yeah. I want you guys to see this school board talk, see some of their responses. So we'll bring that back on. I'm just disgusted by this story.
As you should be. But these schools, they think that they're the righteous ones. They really do. They think that you're a bigot for opposing this because these teachers are, they're not, in their minds, they're not doing anything wrong. And you're a bigot for suggesting that they did.
Play. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is the second time tonight my Chrome is frozen up a little bit. There we go. Let's try again.
To many parents here, words from Superintendent Scott Stockwell rang hollow.
Our first and foremost commitment has always been the well-being and safety of our students.
That you should quit for saying that, you lying sack shit. Jesus Christ. The balls that clank on you, dude. Those brass motherfuckers should be bellowing through the hallways. I'm shocked these people didn't riot.
I want to know his definition of safety.
Yeah, because they were safe with the teacher because he really loves them, if you know what I'm saying. No, these parents should be way more outraged than they are. Seriously, I'm glad I'm not a parent these days because this would drive me into prison.
Where did this take place? I don't remember what city this is in. I'll try to look on the. Let's see if it's in the tweet itself. I think it just gives the fuck. Ugh. Just says St. Helens SD, so I don't know exactly. Sorry, I looked it up earlier and it's escaping me right now. I apologize. Thank you, Loudoun County. Fuck those parents. If things go sideways, those high quality teachers will always have a place in our sexual abuse system. There you go.
Yeah, no shit.
And the news has been devastating for all of us.
Wait.
Board members.
And the news has been devastating for all of us.
I call bullshit on that one.
You knew about it for 2 months. He was just teaching last week.
Yeah, they don't care. They're going to protect these people. Because again, that they do not see this as a crime. To them, this is just you being a bigot. Look at how many pedophiles have been exposed in the education system. Is it any shock that the administration would stand up for fucking perverts?
No.
Anybody that's surprised by this really should probably have their head examined, because
that's what
not surprise anyone.
That's what I said on Twitter. This isn't surprising. It should be, but it's not.
Yeah, it's disgusting, but nobody should be shocked by this.
It's outrageous. It's criminal because they have a duty to protect these children.
Yep, they're all mandated reporters. Every single one of these people on this panel are mandated reporters, and they are protecting the offender.
They allowed, and look, maybe the guy's innocent. I don't know. I doubt it, but maybe he's innocent.
They still have a duty to protect the kids, and
Yes.
that means he can't be there.
You take that threat serious.
Yeah, you have to assume that if he's being charged or arrested, there's something to it, and he should be at least on administrative leave until this is looked into.
Until it's cleared up, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it used to be. But no, now they defend every fucking If anything, his status has gone up with them. All these people are fucking degenerate scumbags who should lose their fucking jobs. Real quick, thank you, reporter lady. Community members were furious. We asked one man for comment. Hi, it's Mike Tyson. You know, I'm not surprised. Children's lives are nothing but suffering until they eventually die alone, followed by the heat death of the universe. Also, Santa's not real. Wow.
Whoever wrote that, well played.
Thank you, reporter lady.
We got to go back to these people.
Board members acknowledged that they knew Stearns had been under police investigation since September, but allowed him to keep teaching until his arrest.
So do any of you guys have any?
How do you have the balls to say that their safety is your number one priority?
That's a good question.
Anything to say to the parents, to the victims?
We've made statements, and you know.
Do you have anything? We've made statements.
Statements do nothing to protect children.
Yeah, your only statement should be, "I resign."
Yeah.
Q, no, SD is not South Dakota. That is school district.
Parents, including the mom of an alleged victim, say the board's willful inaction goes much deeper than that.
We also had police reports, and I talked to the principal, and she brushed it off like it was nothing.
Former state senator.
Well, you are nothing to them. These are their children that they could do with as they please, and they seem to be pro-pedo.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Oregon is where this was.
Senator Rachel Armitage also took board members to task.
I want to know why this educator was allowed to cause harm to students for an additional 8 years, as well as apparently several others.
This week, police also arrested a second St. Helens teacher on abuse allegations, 64-year-old Mark Collins, who's now retired. His charges include 2 counts of sexual abuse in the second degree. And parents here say there are more teachers and coaches their kids have raised alarms over. They say only to be rebuffed by school and district officials. On this night, they said, It stops now.
I wish it would, folks, but it's not going to. As Jack has correctly pointed out, your kids are going to get called bigots for this. Jack, when I was in school, there were always the teachers like, that guy's probably gay. But there was never, that guy's touching me, and people, nah, stop it.
We had one that was a little too handsy with the teenagers. We had one dude that would drop pencils and look up girls' skirts. He was our 7th grade Ohio history teacher. I think he's dead now, so I can say that. But nobody ever really got in any trouble for anything. Because stuff like this, if there was even a whiff that you had any kind of actual contact with one of the kids, you just didn't show up one day.
Yeah, you'd just be gone.
Yeah, they would just get rid of you immediately if there was any semblance of credibility to the statements. We had teachers that were banging each other, but they weren't touching the fucking kids that we knew of, that anybody admitted to.
It's just disgusting that happened. And I'm with you, Jack. If I was one of those parents, they put my daughter in that situation or my sons in that situation, somebody would be at the very least crying when I was done.
Yeah, there would be very harsh consequences for those actions. But the fact these parents didn't riot shows they have way more restraint than I do. Because I don't think I could have kept my shit together.
The fact that lady didn't yell out, "Are you fucking kidding me?" when he tried silencing that one dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's disgusting. And the more people put up with it, the longer it goes on. These school board meetings, these school board people need to remember that they work for you.
But they don't.
Because they're never consequenced for anything.
Because most people don't know who their school board members even are, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's time parents took a lot more active interest in what's going on in the schools. And I guarantee you, if this had turned violent, it would have been all over the fucking news. But a lot of school boards would be a little more hesitant to keep these perverts around.
But they know nothing's going to happen to them. I mean, they got their little jobs and Yeah, they're
bureaucrats and government employees never lose their jobs.
Dereliction of duty, they should be charged as accessories to his crimes. They should be charged for several different things. And it's Oregon, though, so I'm not expecting that's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, on your screen right now is a wrinkled old lady. And I purposefully brought up this picture because even as small as it is on your screen, you can see the visible wrinkles all over this woman, right?
Yes, she is extremely, extremely old, like most liches.
Now, I did not bring this up just to point out how old she is, but the clip that we're going to watch so disturbed me that I had to go reaffirm to myself that she is as wrinkly as I think she is.
Yes. Are you going to show one of those like after Botox things where the skin is super smooth?
This is not Botox. There's no way that this is just Botox. Look how fucking smooth her skin is.
They either spackled on a couple buckets of makeup, or the blood of children and virgins is a lot more effective than even Elizabeth Bathroy thought of.
I think CNN is using filters to make Nancy look better.
It wouldn't surprise me. A lot of TikTokers do that. So,
if you've ever used filters, a lot of them come off with a plasticky look, which she has on here.
Yeah.
Even her neck vagina is less vagina-y.
Oh, I bet Kamala wishes she had that.
Yeah. And for the record, we're not just talking about this because the filter. I just thought it was an interesting part that they're even helping Nancy lie about who she is.
Well, she's running for re-election.
That is what this is about. She announced she's running for re-election. Didn't she already say she wasn't running anymore?
Yeah, but that changed when evil Mr. Trump came back.
I can get back on TV.
Yeah, gotta fight the fash. Bash the fash, right?
All right, so if anybody has nightmares from Plastic Nancy, blame CNN.
Yeah, this is haunting. I don't know what's going on, but it's some sort of devilry that I'm not prepared to deal with right now, mentally.
there ain't enough Botox in the world for how puffed up her face is compared to what it really looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she's what, 82, somewhere in there?
82, 84. She's either 84 or will be when she runs next time.
Ugh. Gross. Yeah, there's no way she looks like this. Stop it.
Nobody believes you have perfect skin at 80 whatever, Nancy.
Yeah, no shit.
While he may be saying we're enablers, we see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to the issues, how informed he is. And I debate with him about legislation, and not debate, but discuss it with him.
No, Bash. You don't want to interrupt it all and go, that's bullshit. There's no way you're having cognitive discussions with Joe Biden. No? All right.
He's right there. So in any case, it was a bad night. Let's not sugarcoat that. It was a bad night. It was a great presidency.
She's running for re-election. Two years out from the election she just won. That woman's going to have to die in office for us to get rid of her.
Yeah, she's going to turn into Feinstein, where her kids are telling her how to vote.
And for the record, it's not going to be better when she's gone. She's just going to be replaced by a younger version of her, or even worse, because she's from San Francisco.
Yeah, she's the San Francisco treat they tell of.
I thought that was her husband.
No, that's the Hammer Time.
Stop. Hammer Time. I love that song. Do you know I listened to Ice Ice Baby on purpose the other day? I searched it out and listened to it.
Wow.
I love Ice Ice Baby, man. And Hammer Time, or Can't Touch This, which came out right before Ice Ice Baby. Every so often I throw on those two songs and listen to them. I love them. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to judge you for that, because I have shitty music taste too. So,
well, here's the thing: you can judge all you want. It's not going to stop me from liking it.
Yeah, I don't care enough either. So,
I have never been one who's like, "Oh, you don't like my music?" Well, I don't either.
Well, if we were on a road trip, that might be a different story. Where I'm like, "Can we change this? Because this is shit."
I would turn it up. Ask my wife.
I know you would. That's why I wouldn't do it to you, because you're an ass.
Bubba and Retro, I am. Bubba and Retro both. Go Ninja, go.
Oh, God. That song.
I like Ice Ice Baby, not all of Vanilla Ice's music. Those are two entirely different things. Monk's too legit to quit. I am. Too legit. I even like Prey, man.
I was never a Hammer fan.
I like Hammer. I even liked Hammer before Can't Touch This came out. I saw one of it. I used to watch BET for their music videos because they'd play rap, and MTV was just getting into the Yo MTV Raps game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I first saw Hammer. Anyway, on your screen, there's a demon on the left and somebody I don't even care about on the right, going to explain to us why we shouldn't have Tulsi Gabbard as DNI chief. All right.
Director Brennan, your thoughts about Tulsi Gabbard?
Well, Nicole, I think you and Tom Nichols have done a great job just underscoring all the concerns that people have about this appointment.
When the former CIA director is telling you that your news is great, everybody watching should question it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The propaganda chief here is like, you guys did great.
Clearly, Tulsi Gabbard has taken actions and made statements over the past several years that really raise serious questions about her common sense, her judgment, as well as her political sympathies, cozying up to Putin as well as to meeting with Bashar Assad.
It does bother me that he calls him Bashar Assad instead of Bashar al-Assad, because that's his name.
Yeah, well.
And you're the former CIA chief. You'd think you'd know that.
You would think so.
Yes, Tulsi met with both of them. And show me something that shows that she's done something bad, and I'm willing to listen. And honestly, Jack, I'm not that versed on it. But nobody's actually pointing to anything specific. The cozying up to al-Assad, it was literally her agreeing to meet with him to at least hear the guy out. Which, by the way, we used to do all the time with all kinds of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I've even seen Arafat and who's that towel head? Ooh. The 9/11 guy. Shit. I
Bin Laden?
Bin Laden, thank you. I simply meant that he dries his hair when he gets out of the shower. Thank you, Frosted Glass. Fuck.
Well, I feel vindicated for the midget porn.
Frosted Glass, thank you. He's about to tell us how to do that time warp. He kind of does look like that guy, actually.
Yeah, he kind of does. Ooh.
But anyway, I've seen those guys on CNN. They've had literal terrorists on CNN.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. MSNBC, did they have Ahmadinejad on?
Yeah. They've also had Putin on. But Biden decided nobody's allowed to talk to Putin anymore, so we can't talk to Putin.
Yeah.
You actually think Bin Laden showered? Of course I do. How else would he get a towel on his head to dry it off?
Yeah, clearly. He was a showery kind of guy.
He loved showers.
Golden ones, I hear.
Thank you, Save Yourself. Yeah, fucking Smooth Monk. Yeah, one of my better ones. Fuck.
Like, share, and subscribe. We've done worse than that.
I don't. There are certain ones that can get you in real trouble, and that's usually one of them. Oh, I'm not sorry I thought it at all. I'm sorry I said it while live on YouTube, because it can get us in trouble on YouTube. I stand by it 100%.
Oh, yeah, I'm not disputing that at all.
I didn't put that thing on their head. Anyway.
I think really does show that she doesn't have the type of perspective that is needed for somebody who's going to head up these 18 intelligence agencies.
Yeah,
she doesn't love war enough.
You don't want the head of the DNI, or the director of national intelligence. That's what it is. You don't want DNI actually communicating with any other world leaders that you don't like. You should just take our word for what's going on.
Yeah, you have to hate the American people and their civil liberties.
What does show examples, please? Oh, sorry, foreign native. You're not getting any of those.
And as Tom Nichols said,
you know what's funny? Real quick, Toby Midnight repeated the words I used and then said, "Kid touchers, same thing." I will get in less trouble for pointing out that Muhammad was a pedophile than for using the words that I did.
How sad is that? That we have to dance around mocking these kind of degeneracies.
As a guy who orchestrated the death of more than 3,000 people, because remember, that wasn't his first bombing. And I got
on those buildings.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody forgets 93, but we're supposed to show some kind of deference to these assholes. Fuck them. I'm glad that little towel head is dead.
She doesn't have any qualifications. The Director of National Intelligence, that's a really serious position and a very complex and complicated one that requires somebody who actually has an understanding of the intelligence community. It's like an orchestra conductor.
Broad. That's what he's saying.
He is.
He can't handle the complexity of my job. Shut up.
Instead, put her in the front lines of combat. That's where she belongs, right?
Yeah, there's a kitchen on the front line, apparently.
Anyway, that's enough of John Brennan. He's unsurprisingly upset that one of his little acolytes won't be the next fucking leader.
Yeah, he's such a piece of crap.
He really, really is. Our next one comes to us from the Hill, Jack.
Oh boy.
And we don't really need to read the story or anything because it's not important to what we're going to talk about. But if you want to read the story, I'll toss it into chat for you. And I'm more interested in the headline because I've never seen something like this. Trump's criminal defense attorneys offered DOJ roles.
So,
when have you ever seen them when they're talking about like an attorney put in their criminal defense attorney? It's usually just Trump's attorneys.
Yeah, his lawyers.
His criminal defense attorney. Real fucking subtle. Real subtle.
They're not good at subtlety anymore. I know you've seen that.
I don't know why there's no lady on the floor. That ad. I kind of want to know, honestly. It looks like she's scrubbing or something.
Yeah, that's what Trump's going to do to the elderly. He's going to make them scrub his floors.
President-elect Donald Trump announced Thursday he will nominate 3 of his personal criminal defense attorneys to serve as senior Justice Department roles. Subtle. Real subtle.
Yeah, so he saw that they were good lawyers and wanted them to work with him more. So what?
The was that probably a Life Alert ad? Well, she had some kind of scrub brush in her hand, so I'm really curious about it. Not enough to actually go watch an ad though. Hey VB, hope you've been well, sweetie. Hope things are going good across the pond.
Yeah.
This next one with Vivek and Elon, out there like, hey, we're going to cut government waste. They're getting lots of people telling them about stuff that needs cut. The National Institute of Health spent $3 million to watch hamsters fight on steroids.
It wasn't even pay-per-view, was it?
No. And that's what I said. Like, if they put this shit on pay-per-view, it would have paid for itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Waste of money making hamsters beat each other up.
Especially if they actually did put little boxing gloves on them.
Well, I mean, that wouldn't surprise me either, but this is just glorified dog fighting on a budget.
Wouldn't spend $3 million, but I'd watch it. I actually probably wouldn't watch it because they probably kill each other, and I can't watch animals get hurt.
Yeah.
But I know that there's a lot of people who would be betting on that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you didn't need to spend my money on this shit. All you gotta do is relax the broadcasting rules a little bit, and you would have made bank. There's several people out there, many who I follow, who have been pointing out, hey, not everything that looks stupid is stupid. For instance, Shaq, the other day I brought up the $400,000 they spent on transgender monkeys and giving them AIDS.
Yeah.
Sorry, HIV. And somebody went and looked at it, and the reason that they did that study is because it turns out that transgender people tend to get HIV more. I don't know why this is a shock to anybody. The reason that HIV spread as quickly as it did through the gay community is because many gay men have, let's call it, no standards or anything. They just fuck. And they were fucking everybody.
You mean risky, unprotected sex with strangers might be dangerous?
It might be, especially anal sex.
What?
And they're finding out that, hey, the dudes in dresses might also be deviants who are putting themselves in more risk. Now, the rationale behind it is, well, maybe some of the hormones or some of the treatments is making it more easy to get HIV. That's nonsensical. I mean, the way it's spread is basically butt fucking, let's be honest.
No, the tissue is differently designed than like a vagina.
Yeah.
I mean, it's designed for exit, not entrance.
And I guess you can make an argument that it was a legit study. It's still a waste of money, in my opinion, because duh. Anytime you have a deviant sexual group and you're like, how are they getting more AIDS? I don't fucking know. It's a mystery.
Well, maybe they should have been testing for monkeypox instead.
Maybe. But they're pointing this out and going, look, sometimes there's legitimate reasons for studies that might sound weird. There's the fruit fly one that Palin lost her shit about, which apparently it's because the quick lifespan of the fruit fly, you can see some actual changes and stuff happen in that 2-month cycle that they have, or 2-week cycle, whatever it is. And that's fine, but can we not pretend that all of it? I'm going to need to know why steroids were given to hamsters and then y'all let them fight it out.
Well, they didn't get the roid rage until they were juiced.
What could possibly be learned that's going to help us on that?
New fighting styles called hamster style.
Wasn't that Hamtaro? Where's my Hamtaro fans in the house?
That Naruto or whatever?
No, Hamtaro.
I don't know what that is.
It was a kid's show that my children really liked back in the day about some hamsters. Speaking of hamsters not being where they should be, we got the folks
about Richard Gere.
No, it's about Jake Tapper and what's his name? Gupta?
Sanjay Gupta.
I think that's who this is. Anyway, hams. Yeah, there's some folks up here who watch. All right.
You're clear of politics, but this really isn't about politics, because this is somebody who has been, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has been pushing quackery, who has been pushing lies, who has been pushing conspiracy theories.
He's saying this to the guy who went on Joe Rogan and acted like he never heard anybody on CNN say horse dewormer, and then went back on CNN after Joe pointed it out to him and still let them get away with the horse dewormer bullshit.
Yeah, pure quackery, I tell you.
I'm not saying that RFK doesn't have some quack theories. He is an environmentalist after all.
True story.
But glass literally should have fell on these guys as their house shattered around them throwing these stones. You guys don't get to say this. You have peddled conspiracy theories, especially over COVID. And you're actually gonna have the nerve to call out Kennedy on that?
Yep, apparently.
And Kennedy is right about some of the other injections that are being given.
What?
I saw one where he's gonna end up making everybody have polio. You know what they had to stop doing in Africa? Giving certain kinds of polio vaccines because they were giving people polio. That's a real thing, Jack. The one way, was it the oral one that was giving people polio because they were using a slightly live virus instead of just the dead one? They actually had to internationally outlaw, oh shit, we started giving people polio.
Oops.
Not everything the guy says is quackery. And frankly, did you see Elizabeth Warren had the fucking nerve to call out RFK over this? This bitch, only one person in Congress takes more money from pharma companies than her. And she's like, I just think he's wrong for everything. I bet you do. You stockholding bitch. Anyway.
You've been talking to experts in the health community, the medical community, preparing for him, RFK Jr., to be given some sort of role. What have they said to you?
I really don't care anymore. You're asking the guy who told me I had to wear a mask. And y'all remember when very early on I told you masks didn't work?
Because he admitted it early on. A lot of them did.
This guy, and I forget the chick, they stopped bringing her on. But they were both, you got to wear the mask all the time. Even when you're alone by yourself in a decontamination room, you need to wear a mask.
Especially when you're touching yourself.
Or you're going to die, and Mike Tyson won't care that you ever lived. 6 feet apart, yes, which again was made up. There was no the whole 6 foot rule was bullshit. They finally came out and announced that, what, a year ago now, Jack?
Yeah, about that.
The hand washing thing. Got to wash your hands. You should wash your hands, but it had nothing to do with fucking COVID.
No, it's because you're a grossy Josie who doesn't wash after you poop.
So all of the shit they told us and insisted that if you questioned it at all, the origin of the virus itself, let's see, it either came from the lab where they were doing COVID research, I know, weird, or a wet market.
Or you're a filthy conspiracy theorist.
Of the two, which one was the most likely all along? And we went with, no, it's probably a pangolin. Anyway, Jack, you ever see a dude who goes and hits on a chick and she turns him down? He's like, fuck you. I thought you were ugly anyway. I was doing you a favor.
Yeah, you're clearly a lesbian.
Well, we have our own political example of that today.
Oh, God.
Nikki Haley has been snubbed by the Trump administration. She has not been offered anything. And not penis, because she'd have taken that. But she hasn't been offered a job in the administration. She was asked about that. And, well.
Everything I've ever said, I stand by it. That's what I meant. I had no interest in being in his cabinet. He knew that.
Do you remember her ever saying that before she didn't get a place in her cabinet, in his cabinet?
Nope.
You'd have thought that had come up before.
Well, I don't know why she would be surprised that she wasn't offered anything. She was a total bitch to him.
Yeah. She's absolutely fucking horrible. And she's just trying to defend it because, look, whatever you think about this stupid bitch, she was trying to get back in Trump's good graces. She was fucking nasty during the campaign. And then she's like, I don't want anything to do with Donald Trump. But then she jumps back on the train right at the end. She's like, no, I love Trump. Which, by the way, Jenna Ellis is doing her own version of that right now.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Oh, that's just sad. All right.
But to go a little further, his best friend, Steve Witkoff, came to our house in South Carolina, spoke to me and my husband, and basically wanted a truce between me and Donald Trump. And I told him at the time there was no truce needed, that
I do not believe that Trump's people came to your house and begged you for a truce.
No, they probably said, look, you need to call this shit off and stop.
Yeah.
It's not helping anyone.
Like, don't make him ruin your career even more.
Right.
And notice she pointed out that her husband was there because if he wasn't, she couldn't tell the story if a man showed up at her house.
Yeah. She might have been banging that dude.
that Trump had my support. There was no issues on my end. And at that point, he was like, what do you want? Tell me what you want. Is there anything you want? And I said, there's nothing I want. And
my husband's here. I can't take what you have.
I can't take what I want, but some Boeing money would be nice.
And there wasn't anything I wanted. And then several weeks back, I talked to Howard Lutnick, his transition director, and he asked, if I knew of people that would be good in the cabinet, if there was any insight. And what I said is, I think it's really important that.
The rest of it, she just says that she gave him a name for, I think, Commerce Secretary. You wanted it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone out on the campaign trail. Nobody's buying this bullshit. This is the equivalent of, she's a lesbian anyway. I don't want that bitch. I was just trying to make her feel better about herself. Does anybody believe that Donald Trump would need to come beg Haley for a truce? He destroyed her in the Republican Party.
Yeah, that was her own fault. She was a neocon, and that's not what people are looking for. And she was like, I like Boeing money and war.
All right. And finally, for what I brought tonight, wow, it was much less than I told you there was a lot of it, but some of it was pretty short. I see you got one over there. If you have more, we can jump. I'm feeling good tonight, so it's not like going to have to be a quick end.
Oh.
That doesn't mean load it down with tons of shit.
Nope. 10 things incoming now.
All right. This is the Bucks County, Pennsylvania election board, Jack.
We reject all three categories of these ballots.
The three categories of ballots that he's talking about include undated and misdated ones, which the Pennsylvania court has twice said cannot be counted. That's important to what you're about to hear. The court, this has already been through the courts twice.
Your motion is to reject or dismiss the challenges in this category in front of you?
Correct. Yep.
Not going to second that, mostly because I think we all know that precedent by a court doesn't matter anymore in this country, and people violate laws anytime they want. So for me, if I violate this law, it's because I want a court to pay attention to it.
Just want to point out it's been through the courts twice already.
Yeah.
Twice. It's going before it a third time because of this video. It's okay to violate the law. People violate the law all the time, and I'm doing it so it goes to court.
That's insanely stupid.
Yeah. This is the county that the folks over at MSNBC couldn't find out if they were, trying to fuck with the election by closing down lines early, even though it was on video.
Yeah, it's a fucking mystery.
Faithless has intent. Exactly. She is intentionally breaking the law.
Yep.
She should be removed from this board immediately and probably jailed for it. All right. Yeah, but I had to show that to you because they're not even trying to hide. They don't even care.
No, of course not. Because there's no consequence for government officials.
Thank you, Sephirus. Here's a fiver, monkey. I will never trust a word out of Nikki Haley's sewer because she is literally a Republican version of Hillary. Never trust a war hawk. That's not fair. Hillary only had sex with one dude, Vince Foster. Just saying.
That we know of.
No, the rest of them were all women, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
All righty. Can you believe, how bold they are about this shit?
They don't care.
But they should.
They should, but there's no
God.
Fear. What?
This video, I watched it earlier. I don't even know what to comment on this one. Hang on. Yeah. She's not doing the opening to The Lion King there. It just sounded like it.
As I said on Twitter, come here hot, Indy.
I thought she was doing a Dragon Ball Z thing. I thought she said Kamehameha.
Oh, no, that would be Hawaii. That's the king of Hawaii.
What the fuck? This is New Zealand, and this is, what's it called? A hara? I forget what, a hama? I don't remember. It's some dance that they used to do a long time ago.
Before
and
the wheel.
They used it either to welcome strangers, or I had actually went and looked this up, Jack, or to fire up their warriors, which is kind of weird to use the same thing for welcoming people and firing up your warriors. I feel like that's mixed messaging, really.
Yeah, that's true.
This does go on. We're not going to watch it. I can't take anymore.
It's not worth it.
That's
I just thought it was funny.
It is. I just love that the little white people here standing awkwardly. At the bottom left of the screen there, of there, turn your fucking cameras. Anyway, of the visible screen. Yeah, there's just some really awkward white people going, I am so scared right now.
I don't know what's happening.
It is a great video, though. We should throw that one in the chat for the folks.
Yeah.
She got them crazy eyes at the beginning. Do you have to look crazy?
I think it adds to it, yeah.
It definitely adds to it. I mean, you don't want it like white people singing in church, I guess.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You gotta sexy it up a little bit.
Yeah, you can't fire anybody up with that shit. But yeah. Huh. Can you imagine that shit in our house? Like, today we're gonna honor the natives and we're just gonna start screaming and chanting like they used to do, and maybe we'll scalp somebody.
I mean, if you got some peyote laying around, maybe.
It's part of the haka. Yeah, I don't understand why they do that in their parliament. It makes no sense to me, but fuck it. It's New Zealand, so who cares?
Yeah.
Looking crazy and making faces is part of it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. She looked a little too comfortable in the crazy face, though, if I'm being honest.
I think that's her O face.
It might. Oh God, that would actually be awesome if it was. You get her off and she looks like she just killed somebody and drank their blood.
As she starts this like war chant. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't get it. But then again, I don't have respect for native cultures. I know we're supposed to, but I'll be honest with you, I don't.
I mean, if you didn't have the wheel, it's kind of hard to feel a lot of respect.
Well, in fairness, I don't have a lot of respect for my own ancestry going way back, because by our standards, they were pretty fucking dumb. These are people who are like, put a leech on it, it'll get better.
Yeah. Well, it takes time to learn stuff. And sometimes you wonder why it took so long. It's like, that should have been obvious. That's not working.
Yeah. These are, I mean, they're like, we don't need to bathe. Put some perfume on. I don't have a lot of, so when I say I don't have respect for these cultures, I just don't, because I don't for a lot of the past. I appreciate, all of the learning and stuff that's come along, and I realize we have to go through all of that. But I will never understand how the first time you recognize that the sun's up there, you're like, there's a guy driving a chariot across that. Clearly.
Because that makes sense, right?
Yeah. So, we actually still use leeches today for very, very little things. I mean,
not because your wood element is out of alignment with your fire element.
Yeah. Our understanding of medicine has come so far. I mean, like, George Washington would never have died when he did with modern medicine. He probably would have lived another 20 years. But he got a little bit sick, and they're like, fuck. Bye, George. And so, yeah. I'm not saying that, I mean, we still do bloodletting for certain things. We don't do it for, they got the crazy. Quick, cut them. Although it sounds better the old way, when they just used it for everything, I feel like it shouldn't be called bloodletting anymore, because it should be like slowly draining the blood nicely. It doesn't deserve the term bloodletting anymore. I feel like words should have meaning.
I don't think so.
Peyote and scalping. I mean, I didn't have plans for the weekend, but yeah, I'm with you, Brian. Let's go. Let's go kill some white people. Oh wait, that's not right.
I'm not going to judge.
It's okay to say that. You know what I saw today? I saw somebody getting doxxed and people not getting in trouble for it on X.
I'm not surprised.
I'll tell you a story offline about that. I was not doxing anybody or spreading any doxes.
No, you don't do that.
I just need to be careful, because I'm like, we can't talk about it. But there's words I'm going to use that y'all can't hear, because you're children, according to the social media company.
Yeah, because they all think you're tards.
We reached the point where people are taking all the wrong lessons from history. You're not wrong. We really are. I mean, we see that with the scientific world with just simple biology. One of the most studied things in human history where we forgot how it works. Like, nah, you can totally become a chick. Nope. That horrible example on F-14. What horrible example? Doesn't involve towels. No, it doesn't.
The example of the chick trying to fly the plane, probably.
I suppose so. I'm just not sure what exactly was meant by the comment.
Yeah.
Unacceptable View says, I'm slightly tarded, to be honest. Well, we all got a little tard.
It depends on the day and what we're doing.
You pet him and you feed him.
No. You name him George.
I really am nice to retarded people because I feel bad for them, and they're usually, not always, but usually they're the nicest people. They don't know how to be mean.
When they are mean, though, they're vicious mean.
But that's because they don't have self-control.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that. So I at least understand. When it comes from people who are seemingly rational, then I can't excuse it. Like Rachel Zegler. That angry, horrible shit she put. Hope you never get a moment's of peace. Do you understand what you were saying there? You didn't wish for me to step on a Lego. No moment of peace. I've actually been through that for days at a time with pain. Maybe that's what happened, Jack. I voted for Trump. She wished Trump voters no moment of pain, and it didn't go away till she made her apology.
Yeah.
That bitch is a witch.
Yeah, I mean I'm not ruling that out.
That bitch is a witch. Trust me, the ones who know how to be mean, they can be taught stuff, sure. But typically they're like little tarded kids. They're so cool. I'm just saying. They have gorilla strength. Yeah, imagine retarded gorilla strength. Oh, would a retarded gorilla be even stronger than a regular gorilla?
Yes, they would be super gorilla strong.
Would they like rip off their own arm and beat somebody to death with it? Not even care?
They could. They're tarded.
They're tarded. Are there Downsy monkeys?
Don't know.
My God. Please tell me that there are Downsy monkeys with the Downsy eye.
Am I still here? Did he go? Uh-oh. Oh, some apes can have a genetic disorder similar to Down syndrome. Huh. It's called trisomy. Did he leave or is my system all fucked up? Oh, okay, I'm still here. Yeah, he's looking up Downsy monkeys. I was doing that and I thought my system locked up. First case of a chimpanzee with trisomy 22 was documented in 1969. It died before its second birthday, though. Probably from being too tardy. The longest living chimp was named Kanako with the chromosomal disorder that scientists are aware of. Huh. Yeah, that's messed up to learn. We learned something today, you guys. We learned that apes can have the Downs. You're welcome. What?
Not looking up Downsy monkeys. I saw that in chat. The satellite completely died. Sorry about that, guys.
No worries. I did find out there are Downsy monkeys.
Are there pictures?
No, I just looked up the articles. There's a 24-year-old chimp with Down syndrome. Well, that was in 2017. There's an article about it. But apes can have a genetic disorder similar to Down syndrome. It's called trisomy 22.
Frosted, thank you. A retarded gorilla would have to be named Tarzan. Fair enough. But Tarzan wasn't the monkey. That was Cheetah, right?
Yeah, Cheetah was the name of the monkey. So Tarzan wasn't very good at naming things.
He really wasn't. All right. I saw you brought two more things. And how long are these?
I don't know. However long we make them.
I want to try to keep us at the 2-hour mark, and I see these are Medium
Yeah,
articles.
I don't care. Well, only one of
Or
them's
the
a
one
Medium
is.
article.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do the other one because the Medium articles tend to go longer.
That's because you get angry.
I get wordy like I do with everything. Power lesbian. I actually know what a power lesbian is now. I was
article.
No, who was I watched somebody who talked about the power lesbian earlier today. It might have been who's the chick who looks like Ben Shapiro but isn't and is on his platform?
Oh, Brett Cooper?
Yeah, Brett Cooper. She was talking about the power lesbians. Power lesbian Corey Burke murders her father with an ice axe in election night meltdown at Seattle home. She was talking about this story and she didn't know what a power lesbian was either, so she looked it up. Apparently it's just an elite, well-off lesbian.
Oh, they're not like super scissory or something?
No, it's not as cool as it sounds. It's just like a rich one.
Lame.
Yeah.
Oh, real fast. Thank you, Evolved Potato. Interesting fact about the Morais, the native New Zealanders. They arrived in New Zealand in the 14th century, around 1320 to 1350, and they never got past using sticks and stones. Their pinnacle of technology was sharpened bones. Wow, what'd they do? Get thrown out of the Moai or the Polynesian camps because they were so incompetent? Because that's pretty impressively bad for the 14th century.
Okay, for the record, my YouTube chat has frozen up. I can still see it in our chat, but sometimes stuff doesn't come through. So I'm not ignoring anybody at this time. It's just, A Blue Origin employee married to a prominent trans author. That's all I needed to know about this person.
Yep.
And journalist has been accused of killing her elderly father with an ice axe on election night. Didn't she admit to it?
Yes.
I see. This is one of those times where it's like they're accused, like the bitch admitted it.
They have a Vorpal dildo +3.
Up above, I forget who said it. Sorry, but they said they don't scissor, they shear. Corey Burke, 33, allegedly struck, stabbed, and strangled her father, 67-year-old Timothy Burke, in a fatal attack at her $800,000 Seattle home on November 5th. Did you see why she did it?
Yes.
Burke, yeah, I was shocked. I mean, it's over the election, but the trigger is fucking insane. Burke, a training manager at Jeff Bezos' rocket and spacecraft company, confessed to killing her father. See, she confessed. Why'd you say allegedly?
Because they always do that.
After her father refused to turn off the lights.
Yep. That was it.
She murdered her dad because he didn't turn off the lights. Yeah, I don't think that's the reason, Jack.
I don't either, but that's the reason given. That apparently was the last straw.
After emerging from the house with blood dripping down her face, she confessed to police that she freaked out, claiming there was something important about Election Day. Burke reportedly told detectives that she knew that she could not convince her father to keep the lights off, so went upstairs and retrieved the murder weapon. She then tripped her father and strangled him before attacking him with the ice axe. Burke then bit him and hit him several times in the head and side with blunt and sharp ends of the ice axe. His body was found in the basement. Yeah, here's the couple, the power lesbian who's married to a dude in a dress.
An ugly, ugly man.
I feel like we're stretching the term lesbian when there's a penis involved.
Yeah, it does seem like there's something weird going on here.
If there's two of you and you're having sex and one of you has a penis, lesbian is not a word that belongs in there at all. Because even if there's two penises, it's still not lesbian, Jack.
No, that'd be the gays.
That's gay. Yeah. Burke claims she knew the killing needed to happen today, according to the police report. She allegedly told police she had to bite her father while choking him because he was too strong. She said she felt better once her father went limp. Yeah, you're a horrible, horrible woman. And I honestly wish you could go to men's prison. Being forced to go down on fat, ugly bitches isn't enough. You know, I've talked many times, you know, because there's a lot of that both sides stuff. Like both sides are crazy. One side's crazier.
Yeah, definitely. There does seem to be a slight advantage in the mental illness department on one side.
Hinata Chan, I think I'm saying that close to correct. Her girlfriend is trans. She's just straight. Then no. Her wife is trans. Yeah, no. They're actually married. They're a power couple, Jack. They're power lesbians. They leveled up by adding a penis.
And a pile of money.
All right. And on that note, we're going to take off. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you for all the donations. You guys are so kind. Please don't stop. We like it. Yeah, thank you for everything y'all do for us. Jack, anything else, show?
Not today. I haven't gotten anything done, but like Monkey said, thank you so much for all the donations, all the support. You guys are fantastic. And it's good to see you. So many people come out night after night.
Yeah, we're gonna take off, guys. I'm not gonna do any game streaming. I was gonna do one today, but then I slept, so it didn't happen. Jack, usually when I wake up, I get annoyed instantly because the first thing I do is pick up my phone to check and see if there's any messages I need.
Yeah.
But before I can see those, oftentimes that turns out really good because there's pictures or Snapchats from the kids and get to see my grandbabies. But before I ever get to that part, I get annoyed because I look at the clock and realize I've only slept like 3 hours.
Ooh.
Today I picked it up and looked at it and went, holy shit, because I didn't wake up till like 4:30.
Yikes.
Yeah, I slept a long ass time. I went to bed around 7-ish. So, but even with that, I'm getting tired already. So I think I'm gonna go take a nap.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Maybe when I wake up, sometime tomorrow, as long as I have the time to do it, we'll do more game streaming because I really am having a lot of fun with the Planet Coaster 2 game. So look for that tomorrow. It's on twitch.tv/rantingmonkey. You can go watch the other ones I've done so far over there right now. And Jack, a pleasure as always, my friend.
Always glad to be here.
Guys, take care of yourselves. We love you. Remember, you're going to die and nobody's going to remember you or care about you whatsoever. Peace. The show is over and Mike Tyson is sad. He's just sad.